Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Oke, ke teman-teman mahasiswa, sekarang kita memasuki kelas TOEFL yang ke-15. Berarti nanti the next meetingnya itu kita akan UAS. Nah, UASnya itu nanti dari exercise 1 to 5 and then exercise 6 to 10, yeah. Basically that's what we're going to do. Okay, so hopefully this video will cover 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, yeah. Okay, so let me open up the image first, window capture. This one, oh wait, window capture. Oh, maybe it's that. Okay, do I have project PowerPoint? Okay, here we go. There you go. Okay, so here we are in the exercise 6 now. Yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, hopefully. So the following examples show how this sentence pattern could be tested in structured TOEFL tests. Okay, so here let me just enlarge it a little bit. Oh, too much. Okay, what about 170? No, too much. 169. No, it's too much also. Oh well, this. Okay, so here a power failure occurred. The lamps went out. Okay, so this is now we're gonna learn about connecting, yeah, connecting sentences. Or in other words, it is also called conjunction. In this example, you should notice quickly that there are two clauses. A power failure occurred. That's one clause. The lamp went out. That's another clause. Yeah. So this sentence needs a connector to join the two clauses. Yeah. Okay. So there are two parallel phrases. Ya. Jadi dua frasa yang sama. Ya, occurred and then went out. Okay. So remember that when there are two parallel phrases or sentences, we use the conjunction or connector that is also parallel. So let's have a look here. This sentence need a connector to join the two clauses. Then, ada kata then, ada kata later, and ada kata next are not connectors. So answer A, C, D, ya, A, C, D itu bukan connector ya. Ada then, ada later, ada next, itu bukan connector namanya. Tapi yang paling benar adalah connector adalah so, ya. The best answer is B because so can connect two clauses. Okay, the following chart lists the coordinate connector and the sentence pattern used with them. So we have coordinate connectors, yeah, and, but, or, so, yet, ya, atau apa namanya? Fanboys, ya, ada fanboys, fanboys. Tapi ini yang paling umum adalah and, but, or, so, and yet, ya. This is called coordinate connector. Coordinate connector, ya. She laughed, but she wanted to cry. Ya. She laughed, ya, it is past tense, and then she wanted, also past tense. Ya. Jadi kalau dua-duanya adalah paralel kalimat atau phrases yang sama, baik itu tenses, baik itu adjective, ya kita pakainya ini. Ya, coordinate itu adalah kalau kedua kalimatnya adalah paralel atau sama. Ya. So exercise 6. Each of the following sentence contain more than one clauses. Okay. Okay, guys, sorry about that. That was my son. It seems that basically I cannot leave alone. Rather yet, they keep me busy. Okay, anyway, but I love them. I love my boys and I love my girls. Yeah. Okay, so here we have the following sentence contains more than one clause. Underline the subject. What? Excuse me. Subject once and the verb twice. Yeah, the same drill. Circle the connector and then indicate if the sentence are correct and then if the sentence is incorrect. Okay, so here is basically clean sheet. Oh my goodness. So this is basically a clean sheet now. Okay, so here we have the software should be used on an IBM computer, and this computer is an IBM. Yeah, so the software subject should be used. Verb. This one is this computer. Subject is it's a verb. Yeah. Apakah sama? Yes. Sama apa ini maksudnya? Should be used. Okay, so it's passive ya, tapi di sini bentuknya adalah present. The software should be used on an IBM computer. This computer is an IBM. Berarti this sentence is present ya. Maka pakainya N. Atau sama-sama IBM software and then computer sama-sama ya, related with technology. Okay, and then number 2, the rain clouds ya, atau the rain clouds can be seen in the distance but no has fallen. Okay, yeah, no has fallen. Okay, but no has fallen. Okay, what about this one? They are trying to sell their house, comma, it has been on the market for 2 months. They are trying to sell their house. They are their house, yeah, their house is the subject. They are trying to sell their house. And then pakai apa ini? And, but, or, so. They're trying to sell their house. It has been on the market for 2 months. They're trying to sell their house, but it has been on the market for 2 months. And it has been on the market for 2 months? No. Or it has been on the market for no. So it has no, yet it has been on the market. No. But they're trying to sell their house, but it has been on the market for 2 months. Ya. Dia mencoba menjual rumah, tapi iklannya baru hanya 2 bulan. Ya nggak mungkin ya. At least maybe like 3 months or 5 months ya. Nggak mungkin 2 months langsung dapat, itu nggak mungkin ya. At least like 6 ya. Number 4, so the quality of the paint was not good. I changed the toner cartridge. So the quality of the paint in its subject was not good. Verb. So I changed the toner. I, subject, change, verb. Pakai so I change, yeah. Number 5. The lifeguard will warn you about the rapid tides. Riptides, yeah. Okay. So the lifeguard will warn you about riptides, or she may require you to get out of the water. The lifeguard will warn you about the riptide, or ada kata or, it's already here. Or she may require you to get out of the water. Yes. Is it correct? It's correct, yeah. Oh, ini ada kata sambungnya ada ya. You should have finished the work yesterday, yet it's not close to being finished today. You should have finished the work yesterday, yet it's not close to being finished today. Okay, yet it's not close to being finished today. Yes, correct. Yeah. Number 1 and number 5 is correct. Number 6 is correct. Okay. You, subject, should have finished. Again, a verb, have finished, should have finished. And yet it's not close to being finished today. Oh, it's incorrect. Nggak ada subject. Yet it's not close. Nah, harusnya yet you are not close, yeah. There's no subject, makanya incorrect. Number 6 is incorrect. The phone rang again and again, so the receptionist was not able to get much work done. Correct, yeah. The phone, subject, atau phone, subject, rang, verb. So the receptionist, subject, was not able, verb, yeah. Yeah, this is correct. Number 7. Number 8, the missing wallet was found, but the cash and credit cards have been removed. The missing wallet, okay, subject, was found, verb, but the cash, subject, and the credit card, subject had been removed, had been, verb. Okay, that's correct. Number 9, or you can drive your car for another 2,000 miles. You can get it fixed. Or you can drive your car for another 2,000 miles and you can get it fixed. Yeah. Correct. You, subject, can drive, yeah, verb. Or and you can get it fixed. And you can get it fixed, ya. Subject, verb. Ini correct ya. Pakainya and ya. Number 10. The chemist was awarded the Nobel Prize, so he flew to Europe to accept it. Yeah, so he flew to Europe and accepted. So the chemist, subject, was awarded, verb, Nobel Prize, so he, subject, flew, verb, to Europe to accept it. Okay, next number 7. Skill number 7. Use adverb time and clause connectors correctly. Sentence with the verb clause have 2 basic patterns in English. Study the clause and connector in the following sentence. I will sign the check before you leave. I will sign the check before you leave. Or you can move the other way around. But this time we have to be with the comma, ya. Jadi kalau kata sambungnya di awal, ya, itu harus ada koma di sini. Before you leave, comma, I will sign the check. In each of these examples, there are 2 clauses. You leave and I will sign the check. And the clause you leave is an adverb time clause because it is introduced with a connector before. In the first example, the connector before comes in the middle of the sentence and no commas is used. In the second example, the connectors before comes at the beginning of the sentence. In this pattern, when the connector comes at the beginning of the sentence, a comma is required in the middle of the sentence. Okay, just remember, whenever the connector comes before, comes at the beginning, the connector comes at the beginning of the sentence. In this pattern, the connector comes the beginning, the sentence needs a comma, ya. Jadi kalimatnya harus butuh koma. Okay, it's required in the middle of the sentence. Okay, for example here, blank was late, I missed the appointment. Ya, kenapa dia telat? Ya, kenapa dia miss the appointment? Dikarenakan, so because I was late, comma, I missed the appointment. Okay, in this example, you should recognize easily that there is a verb, was, that needed a subject. There is also another clause, I missed the appointment. If you choose an answer A or answer C, you will have a subject or the verb was, but you will not have a connector to join the two clauses because you need a connector to join the two clauses. Answer A and C are incorrect. A and C are incorrect, yeah. Answer B is incorrect. Whoa. Because was late. Oh, nggak ada subject ya, sorry. Since he was late. Since he was late. Ya, berarti yang C. I didn't see that. Nggak ada subjeknya ya, sorry about that. There is no subject for the verb was. So answer D is the best answer because there is a subject, he, for the verb was, and there is a connector since to join the two clauses. Okay, so the following chart lists adverb time and clauses connector and the sentence patterns used with them. Okay, we have adverb of time and adverb clause connectors. Time clause, time clause, clauses. Okay. Time, kata-kata yang related with time, we have after, as soon as, once, when, as, before, since, whenever, as long as, by the time, until, and while. And then the words of cause, we have as, now that, because, since, in, as much as. Adverb connectors, we have subject verb, subject verb. Teresa, subject, went inside, verb, went. Adverb connectors because it, subject, was raining, verb. Ya. Kalau kita dibalik, ya adverbnya lebih dulu atau the connectornya lebih dulu, ya. Because it was raining, comma, Teresa went inside. Because it was raining, jadi bentuk pengubahannya kalau dia ingin di depan ini dulu ya. Jadi kalimat yang before it was, nah ini pindah ke depan. Nah, jadi ini pindah ke depan. Ini pindah ke depan di sini, maka menjadi because it was raining, ya. Because it was raining. Okay, so exercise 7. Each of the following sentence contains more than one clause. Underline the subject once and the adverb twice. Circle the connector, then indicate if the sentences are correct or incorrect. Excuse me. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Aduh. Since the bank closes in less than an hour, the deposit needs to be tailed immediately. Okay. Since the bank closes in less than an hour, the deposits needs to be tailed immediately. Tailed means to exist ya, untuk dibantu ya secara cepat ya, immediate. The background are thoroughly investigated before are admitted to the organization. Their backgrounds are thoroughly investigated before are admitted to the organization. Okay guys, let's wait for the azan. Okay, let's get back. So here number 3, the citizens are becoming more and more incensed about traffic accidents. Whenever the accidents occur at the intersection. So the citizen subject are becoming verb more and more intense in sense about traffic accidents. Whenever the accident occur at that intersection, whenever ada kata whenever, whenever ya. Jadi udah ada kata whenever-nya di sini. Okay, so subject verb, so it's correct ya. The ground had been prepared. The seedling were carefully planted. The ground had been prepared before the seedling were carefully planted. Before, kata before, yes, before. The ground subject had been prepared, verb, before the seedling subject were carefully planted, verb. Yeah. We can start the conference now that all the participants have arrived. We can start the conference now that all the participants have been arrived. Okay, that's incorrect. Yeah, we can start subject verb. We can start verb. Yeah. Now that all the participant subject have arrived, verb ya, tapi it doesn't make sense. We can start the conference now. All the participants. We can start the conference now. Whereas all, ya, whereas bukan that all, no, bukan, kata sambungnya nggak pakai that ya, salah. Whereas all the participants have arrived. The building quite vulnerable to damage until the storm windows are installed. Okay, the building quite vulnerable to damage until the storm window are installed. Okay, that's correct. Okay, the building subject quite vulnerable to damage until the storm window subject are verb installed. Yeah. Once the address label for the package is typed, can be sent to the mail room. Once the address is labeled for the package is typed. So once the address label for the package is typed, so can be, other can be. Now that so can be, no. This can ask us and by the time, because in as much as once the address label for the package is typed, can be sent to the, therefore can be sent to the, therefore ada nggak therefore once it can be salah, once it can be sent to the mailroom. Harus pakai once it can be, harus ada kata it can be. Nah, ini salah ya. Because the recent change in work shift was not posted, several workers missed their shift. Because the recent change in work shift was not posted, therefore atau several by the time in such much as when since by the time several workers miss since until while when after several workers missed their shift. Because the recent change in work shift was not posted, after several workers missed their shift. After several workers missed their shift. Okay, next one. This is correct. Number 8. Harus pakai after several workers. The mother is going to be quite upset with her son as long he misbehaves so much. As long as kurang s there. As long as he misbehaves so much. Number 9, incorrect. In as much as all the votes have not yet been counted, the outcome of the elections cannot be announced. Okay, correct. Skill 8. Okay, use other adverb connectors correctly. Okay, adverb clause can be expressed the idea of time, and clause. As you can saw in skill 7, adverb clause can also express a number of other sizes, such as contrast, condition, manner, and place. Because these clauses are adverb clause, they have the same structure as the time. And clause in skill 7. Study the following example. Okay, let us see. I will leave at 7 if I'm ready. Although I was late, I managed to catch the train. I will leave at 7 if I'm ready. Okay. Subject, verb, time clause, if I am ready. Okay. Is it ready? No, here. Kata if itu jika, kalau. Astagfirullahaladzim. In each of these example, there are two clauses, yeah, that are correctly joined with adverb connectors in the first sentence. The adverb condition connectors if comes in the middle of the sentence. In the second sentence, the adverb contrast connector, although, comes at the beginning of the sentence and a comma. It is used in the middle of the sentence. The following example shows a way that this sentence pattern can be tested in a structure section of the TOEFL test. Okay. So we have here example. You will get a good grade on the exam period provided. Okay. You will get a good grade on the example provided you study, provided. So in this example, you should join quickly notice that adverb condition connect provided. This connector comes in the middle of the sentence because it is a connector. It must be followed by a subject and a verb. The best answer for this question is D, which contains the subject and verb you study. The following chart lists the adverb, contrast, condition, manner, and place connectors and the sentence pattern used with them. Okay, we have condition, contrast, manner, place, ya. So condition ini ada kata if clause, ya, atau if, in case, provided, providing, unless, when, whether, ya. Contrast, we have although, even though, while, whereas, yeah. The manner, we have as, in that, where, wherever. Bob went to school even though he felt sick. Even though Bob felt sick, he went to school. Note, a comma is often used in the middle of the sentence with a connector, contrast connector. The Smith family arrived at 2 o'clock while the Jones family arrived at an hour later. Okay, this is sama. Let's go drill together. It is impossible to enter the program if you lack experience as a teacher. Correct? The commandment left strict order about the passes several soldiers would enjoy it. Okay, I give you time dulu, silakan dicoba-coba. 5 menit. Silakan dicoba sendiri 5 menit. Okay, number 3. No one is admitted to the academy unless he or she He or she fulfill. He or she apa ini? Each of the following sentences contain more than one clause underline subject. Suka the connector. Oh, suka the connector. Okay, no one is admitted to the academy unless ada kata unless he or she the education requirements. Incorrect. While most students turn the assignment in on time, a few ask for an extension. While most students turn the assignment in on time, a few. Okay, correct. I will take you wherever you need to go to complete the regulation procedures. Okay, number 5. I will take you wherever need to go to complete the registration procedure. Salah. Yeah, I will take you wherever you need to go. Harus ada kata you need to go. Ya, itu salah. Number 5. Number 6. I will wait here in the airport with you whether the plane leaves on time or not. Yeah. Number 6 correct. Providing the envelope is postmarked by this Friday, your application still acceptable. Providing the envelopes is postmarked by this Friday, comma, your application still acceptable. Providing the envelope is postmarked by this Friday, comma, kata sambungnya nggak ada, so it's incorrect. Number 8. As the nurse already explained, all visitors must leave the hospital room now. Correct. Number 9. This exam will be more difficult than usually. It says that the nurse already explained all visitors must leave the hospital room now. As the nurse already no. As the nurse already explained, all visitors must leave the hospital room now. As the nurse already explained, all visitors must leave the hospital room now. Okay, correct. This exam will be more difficult than usual in that it covers 2 chapters instead of 1. This example will be more difficult than usual in that that will this exam will be more difficult than usual in that it covers 2 chapters. Incorrect. Although snow had been fallen all day long, everyone got to go to the church on time for the wedding. Correct. Okay, exercise 6 and 8. Oh, ini dia 6 and 8. So your test will be based on this one, yeah. Sampai exercise 6 and 8, and then sampai 9, 10, ya. 1 to 8, and then 9 until 10, yeah. More sentences with multiple clauses. As we saw in skill 6 through 8, many sentences in English have been more and more clauses. Okay, skill 9 through 12 we'll see more patterns for connecting the clause in sentences with multiple clauses, because these patterns appear frequently in English and on the TOEFL test. You should be very familiar with them. Okay, skill 9. Use noun clause connector correctly. A noun clause is a clause that functions as a noun. Because the noun clause is a noun, it is used in a sentence as either a an object, yeah, of the verb, an object of a preposition, or the subject of the sentence. I know when he will arrive. So noun clause as a subject of a verb. Noun clause, yeah, he will arrive. When he will arrive, I don't know. Okay, jadi nggak ada I know when he will arrive. Yeah, when he will arrive, I know. A noun clause is a clause that functions as a noun. Because the noun clause is a noun with its use. It is used in a sentence as either a subject, object of verb, and object of preposition. Okay, so noun clause as object of verb. Yeah, he will arrive. I am concerned about when he will arrive. Yeah, noun clause as object of preposition. About, ya, ada kata about. When he will arrive is not important. Noun clause as a subject. In the first example, there are two clauses, I know and he will arrive. These two clauses are joined with the connector when. When changes the clause he will arrive into a noun clause that functions as the object of verb known. In the second example, the two clauses am I concerned with his little arrive. I'm so concerned when he will arrive, and so joined by the connector when. Then when changes the clause he will arrive into a noun clause that functions as the object of the preposition about. The third example is more difficult. In this example, there are two clauses, but they are a little harder to recognize. He will arrive is one of the clauses, and the connector when change it into a noun clause that functions as the subject of the sentence. The other clause has the noun clause when he will arrive as its subject and is as its verb. Okay, we have example here. Was late because many problem. Okay, in this example there are two verbs, was and cause. And each of these verbs indeed a subject. Answer B is wrong because the driver is one subject and the object are needed. Answer C and D. Okay, in this example, sorry. In this example, there are two verbs, was and cause, and each of these verbs needs a subject. Answer B is wrong because the driver is one subject. So driver salah karena driver ini cuma one subject. And two subjects are needed karena ada dua ya, was and cause. Answer C and D are incorrect because there and because are not subject. Okay. The best answer is A. If you choose answer A, the complete sentence would be that he was late caused many problems. In this sentence, he is the subject of the verb was. And the noun clause that he was late is the subject of the verb. The following chart lists the noun clause, connector, and the sentence patterns used with them. Okay, we have noun clause connectors. Ada what, when, where, why, and how. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever, whenever, what if, that. So noun clause. Okay, I know what you did. What you did was wrong. Each of the following sentence contains more than one clause. Underline the subject once and the verb twice. When the season starts, it's determined by the weather. Manual is not the manual how the device should be built. Aduh. Okay, incorrect ya. Karena ada dua subjek tapi verbnya cuma satu. The schedule indicates if the team would be playing in the final game. Subject, verb, was increase. Okay. Number 3, the schedule indicate if the teams would be playing in the final game. The schedule, subject, indicate, verb, if the team would be, if, ya. Ini sambungannya adalah if. If he refused to enter a plea, could not be determined by the lawyer. refuse to enter a plea. Oke, ini salah ya. That whenever he could not be determined by the lawyer. Oke, ini salah, incorrect. Talk about where we should go for lunch. Should go for lunch where? Incorrect. Number 9. Number 9. Number 6. Why the condition of the paint deteriorate so rapidly? It was not explained. Incorrect. Whether or not the new office would be built as to be determined by the meeting. Correct. That the professor has not yet decided when the paper is due. Incorrect. He always talked with whomever he pleased and did whatever he wanted. Correct. Okay, so this is the last one, guys. Masuk ke topik terakhir, skill number 10. We use noun clause connector for our subject correctly. In skill 9, we saw that noun clause connector were used to introduce noun subject clause or noun object clause. In skill 10, we will see that in some cases a noun clause connector is not just a connector. A noun clause connector can also be the subject of the clause at the same time. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what is in the box. We're connected about who will do the homework. He is coming. Okay. In the first example, there are two clauses, I don't know and what is in the box. These two clauses are joined by the connector what. It is important to understand that in this sentence, the word what serves two functions. It is both the subject of the verb is and the connector that joins the two clauses. In the second example, there are two clauses. In the first clause, we is the subject of are. In the second clause, who is the subject of will do. Who also serves as the connector that joins the two clauses. The noun clause, who will do the work, function as the object of the preposition about. In the last example, there are also two clauses. Whatsoever is the subject of the verb is coming, and the noun phrase whosoever is coming to the party is the subject of must bring. The word whatsoever serves two functions in this sentence. It is the subject of verb is coming and is structure Okay. An example, you should notice immediately that was on the television made me angry. What was, yeah. And each of those verbs needs a subject. Answer A and B are incorrect because it and the story cannot be subject for both was and made at the same time. Answer D is incorrect because when is not a subject. In answer C, that serves as both the subject of the verb was and the connector that joined the two clauses. The noun clause that was on television is the subject of the verb made. Answer C is therefore the best answer. Okay, we have the following chart list of noun clause, connector, subject, and sentence patterns used with them. Oke ya, jadi teman-teman ini nanti ujiannya sampai exercise 10 ya. Oke, yeah, there you go. Okay, so the test will be on Google Form ya. Google Form nanti akan saya bagikan lewat linknya yang ada di siakats.com. Dan bagi yang nggak absen, itu adalah kesalahan teman-teman sendiri ya. Jadi nanti please make wait a minute. Jadi kalau teman-teman nggak bisa nggak bisa istilahnya absen ya, sebenarnya ini kelas saya itu gampang ya, asalkan teman-teman bisa absen itu udah automatically you got B or A ya. Kalau absen penuh ya itu basically B ya, and then kalau absen and bisa mengikuti ujian yang terakhir ini itu nanti basically just like A ya. So hopefully kalau ada yang kesusahan ya, okay, here this is make a case ya. Kalau teman-teman emang memiliki kesusahan koneksi ya, koneksi internet, jadi kelas TOEFL ini itu sampai malam ya, paling tutup itu jam 11 malam. Okay, jadi please keep an eye on the siakat ya, on the absen. Saya tegaskan lagi, kelas ini dibuka sampai jam 11 malam ya. Jadi pastikan kalau teman-teman dilihat di siakat belum ada, itu bisa dicek lagi sampai jam 11 malam ya. Jadi jam 11 malam itu bisa dibuka lagi. Dan misalnya kalau tadi yang saya ada pengecualian yaitu kesusahan jaringan atau koneksi, dan istilahnya nanti ada remedial ya, ada tugas tambahan ya, itu nanti bisa SMS saya ya. Tolong yang mau recap atau istilahnya tugas lain ya, bisa tugas lain itu langsung kabarin saya ya. Oke. Untuk istilahnya adalah memperbaiki absen ya, untuk memperbaiki absen itu harus ada alasannya kenapa. Oke, harus ada alasannya kenapa. Saya nggak mau saya bisa ini Pak, bisa ini, tapi pas dilihat di siakat nggak bisa absen, itu kenapa? Maksudnya kan kelas ini ditutup sampai jam 11 malam ya, jam 11 malam itu jam 12 malam Ya jam 11 lah, jam 11.30 itu udah ditutup, sorry. Pokoknya jam 11 ya, jam 11 itu udah ditutup ya. Jadi teman-teman bisa ngecek ya, walaupun udah malam tetap harus bisa dicek. Oke. And then kalau misalnya itu perbaikan bolehlah ininya kasih ngabarin ke saya, tolong dikabarin alasannya kenapa, oke. Dan kalau alasannya itu masuk akal, ya saya akan bantu. Tapi kalau alasannya cuman alasan-alasan saya nggak bisa buka, maksudnya jaringannya bagus, terus alasan nggak bisa buka, itu bukan alasan namanya, oke. Saya tanya nanti teman-teman ini daerahnya di mana, tempat tinggalnya di mana. Misalnya kalau tempat tinggalnya di pelosok seperti saya, ini saya di pelosok terus terang. Dan saya kalau mau upload video saya itu saya harus ke kota dulu ya, ke warnet itu baru saya upload ya. Pulang itu juga udah malam sekali ya. Jadi teman-teman harus pahami situasi kondisi saya juga. Jangan istilahnya teman-teman alasannya koneksi nggak bagus padahal di sana bagus ya, padahal teman-teman tinggalnya di kota atau gimana, saya nggak akan terima alasan seperti itu. Jadi kalau ingin memperbaiki, please contact me first atau make a message, nanti saya akan kembali ke teman-teman. Oke, saya kira segitu dulu. Nanti ujian TOEFL-nya itu nanti ada Google Form ya.